Woo! All right, looks like we're live. So let me go ahead and find my live stream. Go to my channel. Oh boy, here we go to BS. I don't know what's going on with the delay. Still not coming up on the YouTube. That's kind of weird, but let's give it a minute here. Anytime today, YouTube. Anytime today. Come on. You know you wanna. What are we doing here? All right, I think we're good. Let me try it one more time. All right, there we go. All right, cool. We are here. We are in the building. Give me a second here. Where do that? Actually, let me know I can go in. Can't go in here, can I? Oh, I can't do that during the live stream. Damn. Okay, no biggie. Near biggie. Go here. Let's go click a link. Go do this. Go do that. And we're gonna go here. And boom that. Let that pin. Boost. What? Go play bump in the night. Okay, and bump. All right, cool. We're live. We're in the building. What's going on? Hello, my people. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Sorry I missed you last week, but we are back. We are in the building. Friday Night Vyyyper is on the tube. I'm gonna do things a little differently from now on. So there can be a slight change to the intro of the live stream. Your boy is not really interested in doing the over the top screen fest that I normally do at the beginning of these live streams. As your boy gets older, when I just throat can't really take that craziness like I used to. I'm gonna calm that down a little bit. We'll just do a basic greeting from here on in. I mean, most of the people will miss the intro anyway. I don't even know if they go back and watch it, and they're probably covering their speakers or praying that I stop. So we're gonna calm that down a little bit. We'll do a basic Vyyyper greeting, but we're not gonna do any more screaming, yelling, over the top stuff. We're gonna leave that in the past, unless I get complaints about it. Then I might bring it back. But tonight we're just gonna go through a basic greeting, and then I'll go into the streaming. We'll talk some WWDC because it is 3 days away. We are here, y'all. We are here. June, that's 4 days away. No, 3 days away. June 7th. So June 2nd. Yeah, LFA is the end of the era. We still gonna do the roll call and all that stuff, but again, the crazy over the top screaming stuff is gonna go by the wayside because I'm kind of over it at this point. You gotta grow up and you gotta grow up and move on with life. But I don't have to tell y'all to turn the volume down anymore or anything like that. I know. It feels weird, but sometimes you have to evolve as a content creator. You have to move on with that. But we're still going to get a basic intro in here. So let me go ahead and rock out. We are 3 minutes in. It is time to go. Let's get this party started. But for those of y'all who are not familiar with me and who I am and what I do around here, here we go. What's up, people? This your boy Vyyyper, the man about tech, back again with another live stream. And yes, we are here tonight to talk about WWDC 2024. There's a lot that we are expecting to happen here at WWDC. And the main thing is focused around Apple's efforts in the AI department, the artificial intelligence department. Now, anybody that has used Siri over the past, she came out in 2012, I think, so we're 12 years now. We are 12 years into Siri. So anybody that has used Siri over the past 12 years knows that she could be hit or miss. She could be hit or miss. And when you compare her to her competition out there, Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, now you got ChatGPT out there. Siri is lacking, fam. She's lacking. And I'm gonna forget. See, I'm already backwards. No, I'm not talking to you, Siri. Calm down. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about you, not to you. I'm talking about you. Calm down. See, she's all listening now. She's trying to listen to what I'm saying. Calm down. But I'm gonna forget before I go into things. Let me go back up here. Of course, I cannot highlight them. Oh, there he is. So I'll highlight them later on the back end. Before I go and tell everything Siri related to Apple and WWDC, Barry Johnson's in the building. What's up, Barry? How you doing, man? Good to see you in the cut. We got Tech for Your Needs. What's up, bro? How you been? And of course, my head of security, El Jefe Review. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, baby? We got Gwendolyn G in the cut. Hey, Gwendolyn, how you doing? Who else we got? Let me keep going down here. Jeff, hell yeah, is in the building. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Who else we got? Let me keep going down. Can I hit the arrow? The arrow takes me to Wisdom Empire. What's up, bro? We are live. What's going on? How you doing, man? Good to see you. And that's pretty much all I got as far as what I can see here. But apparently there are 16 people watching. So shout out to my lurk squad. There's a few of y'all lurking. Either you can't comment, depending on what device you're viewing me on, or you hate my guts and you still want to watch what I say. I don't know what the problem. I don't know if it's a problem, but I don't know what your deal is. But for whatever reason, y'all can't comment, and that's cool. But I appreciate y'all watching anyway. So thank you for hanging out, man. But back to Siri. If you've used Siri over the past 12 years, you know that she is behind the competition. Hell, Apple as a company is generally behind in their AI efforts. So, WWDC, WWDC is supposed to usher in Apple making some new AI offerings. Uh-oh, Jeremy's here. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing? Nope, I wish. Still on a job hunt. Don't want to get into that too much, but well, it is what it is. And my man John Prosper's in the building. What's up, John? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad that you don't hate my guts. But we got some big news on the Siri front. So if we go ahead here and take it to 9 to 5 Mac. First off, let me bring up the evil Vyyyper cam. And let me drop off the video capture. And let me see if this is going to work. Uh-oh. This is not. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, damn. Wait a minute. There we go. And boom. There it is. So, I think I just found out about this morning, I think. Or maybe it was yesterday, but I think it was this morning. But apparently, the report out there is that Apple is going to brand their AI efforts as Apple Intelligence. I'm sorry. This just makes me laugh. When I first heard this morning, right? When I first realized that Apple was going to do this, it reminded me of what Elon had been trying to do with Twitter and the rebrand to X. Now, technically, this is not a rebrand per se, but actually, it kind of is a rebrand because all they're doing is adding AI or more AI or machine learning, as they like to say, to their Apple products. We already know it's AI, it's artificial intelligence, but because they're Apple and they exist in their own reality distortion field, they're going to try to brand AI, something that already exists, they're going to try to rebrand it as Apple Intelligence. I'm sorry, it just cracked me up. But I also thought about this morning, and I came to the conclusion, and other tech people kind of talked me over to this side of the ledge as well, that this only bothers hardcore tech people. The people that have been using AI, those of us that are watching me right now, and those of us that are in tech, we know what AI is. And we know that when Apple goes on stage next week and talks about Apple Intelligence, they're going to try to rebrand what's already out there and call it Apple Intelligence like it's something that's never been done before. But if you're in tech, you know what AI is. Just because Apple puts their own unique branding on it doesn't change the fact that it is artificial intelligence. However, even though I laughed at this, and I feel like it's them trying to make Apple Intelligence happen as like Elon trying to make X happen, the fact of the matter is that the majority of Apple customers are probably not familiar with AI. At least not in the sense that we think about it as it relates to putting things on smartphones and different things like that. They're not familiar with AI and what it does and how it works. So when Apple goes out there next Monday and they trot on stage and they introduce and announce Apple Intelligence, 95% of Apple customers are going to be like, oh my God, Apple has invented AI. They're putting AI on their Apple products. Holy crap. Holy shnikes. And it's going to be like something, it's like a brave new world to them. It's literally going to be like Christopher Columbus discovering the new world to 95% of Apple customers. But the hardcore techies understand that this stuff has already been out there. Apple just finally getting into the game. But going back to the branding though, I mean, really? This also reminds me of Meta rebranding their entire company just so they can take some kind of ownership over the metaverse, right? Because they want to be synonymous with virtual reality and Web3 or whatever the case may be. So they rebranded their entire company Meta just to become synonymous with that. I don't know. I mean, it might have worked a little bit for, again, it probably worked for the uninitiated, the non-techie, but those that have been involved with virtual reality and augmented reality and Web3, they know that the metaverse is something different. It's not meta. But I feel like Apple tried to do something similar here with Apple Intelligence. We know, Renee knows, and Barry knows, and Tech God knows, and Gwendolyn knows, and El Jefe knows. We know what AI is. We know what Apple's going to announce here on Monday. But when they try to brand it out there and such to the non people that rock with Vyyyper in the tech space, they're going to be amazed at this. And I just find it hilarious because Android people have been complaining about this for years when it comes to Apple, right? The Android people laugh at Apple fans when Apple goes out there, when Apple goes out there year after year, keynote after keynote, and they unveil a new feature that Apple engineers and presenters present to the Apple world as new, but the techies know that Apple is just playing catch up as they usually do. And again, there's nothing wrong with Apple playing catch up because normally with Apple, they are normally the last to the game with a lot of new features, but they implement these features the best out of anybody. So it normally works for Apple, but that does not mean we cannot laugh when Apple goes up on stage and introduces a feature that's probably 5 to 10 years old as something brand new. And we know they're going to do that on Monday with Apple Intelligence. I know it. When it happens, I'm just gonna laugh. I might take a video clip of me laughing Monday when this happens because we know it's coming. We know what Apple's going to do about this. We know it. They do it every time. So when they try to go out there and rebrand AI as something that they created in their Apple labs, and now they're presenting it to the world like the world has to have AI in all of good 20 years or whatever now, longer than that, it's gonna be something, man. just remember what Vyyyper told you, right? They weren't first, but they're probably going to implement AI on their devices better than anybody else, assuming they're doing it right now. There's other things that work too. I don't know if I understand this whole situation, and y'all explain it to me a little bit better in the chat if you know more than I do, but I believe that obviously OpenAI are the ones behind ChatGPT. But Microsoft, they didn't buy OpenAI, but I think they're the largest stakeholder in OpenAI, if I'm not mistaken. So Microsoft has a big part in OpenAI. So I don't think they're too happy with OpenAI, who's about to announce a partnership with Apple next week here at WWDC because that was widely rumored to take place. But Microsoft, even though they do not own OpenAI, they are the largest stakeholder in OpenAI, if I understand it correctly. Again, if I'm wrong, please correct me. So I'm wondering what Microsoft thinks. Now, actually, I probably know what Microsoft thinks. I mean, Microsoft, they don't really care too much. Again, we talked about the Microsoft business model on these live streams before, and I've told you all how Microsoft does business. They are in the business to make money. They're in the business to have their software wherever they can have it. So there's going to be some people on Microsoft that are probably looking side-eye when Apple and OpenAI team up next week. But the business side of Microsoft is going to be like, oh, we about to make that money, baby. We got Apple into the bad boy. We about to make that money, yo. So it's interesting. I'm just wondering how Microsoft people are looking at this. Like their C-suite executives and everything like that over there. And what is it, Redmond? I think that's where they're located. Redmond, I think. How are they looking at this when it comes down on Monday afternoon? Because they got to be feeling some type of way too. Some of them might be happy about it. Some of them might be sad. Hell, a lot of them are probably excited because it's another player into the AI game. The biggest player now will be in the AI game officially with Apple partnership with OpenAI. So that stuff is happening. So that's interesting. So this whole Apple Intelligence thing. We go down an article that says you can expect Apple to demo features like AI-generated notification summaries or summaries of web pages in Safari. Apps like Messages and Mail will be able to create rich auto replies to conversations. It says Mail will also use AI to intelligently categorize incoming mail to tidy up customers' unread inboxes. So it sounds like Apple is going to basically sprinkle their version of AI into their already existing apps, kind of what Google and Samsung are already doing, and make things a little bit easier for their users as it relates to what Apple Intelligence will be able to do. So they also say that the Photos app will now gain new AI-infused photo editing features. That's interesting. Similar to the smart eraser that already exists on the Google side with the Pixels and Samsung phones and things like that. Significant improvements to Siri and AI-powered code completion and Xcode are also in the works. So, yeah. Now, obviously, when we talk about Apple and AI, the biggest thing that we're going to be looking at as Apple customers is how does this impact Siri? Will Siri become smarter? Will Siri become more useful? I hope so. I really hope that they use this AI stuff to improve Siri. Because if Siri just largely goes untouched, but Apple has AI, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess, but I imagine that a lot of the stuff or some of the stuff will be used to implement and improve Siri. So Apple Intelligence, that is what they are branding their AI offerings. It is coming down the pipe next week. They are also announcing a partnership with OpenAI, allegedly. God, I don't know if it's officially, but I'm guessing, according to Mark Gurman and other sources, Apple is set to announce a partnership with OpenAI next week. So we shall see what that entails as well. And yeah, it's off to the races now. Apple will be officially in the AI game. Now, iPhone products and Apple products have always had elements of AI. They've had elements of machine learning up until now, but they've never really been deep into the AI game the way that Google has and Amazon has and different other companies and stuff like that. But now, Apple is going to be officially in the game, and this is all beginning next week at WWDC. Speaking of WWDC, obviously, this is their conference where they announced all their major OS updates, talking about iOS 18, iPadOS 18, watchOS, tvOS, macOS, HomeOS. If it has an operating system, Apple may address it at WWDC. But if we move over to another article from my 9 to 5 Mac here, they tell us what's coming down the pipe with iOS 18. They said Mark Gurman said that Apple had to put a pause on development of iOS 18 because they wanted to make sure that it would be stable out of the gate next week. Because usually after the keynote, that's when they make the initial beta available to developers and non-developers. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, if you know, you know. At this point, if you know, you know. But they want to make sure that iOS 18 will be stable. Their first beta, at the very minimum, will be stable out of the gate. So they paused development on it. But iOS 18 will be released on June 10th, as it usually is with Apple beta software. And if we go down the page here, these are all the devices that it will be compatible with. Got your iPhone 15 series, your iPhone 14 series, iPhone 13 series, looks like, iPhone 12 series, 11, 10. So basically going all the way back to the iPhone SE, the second generation anyway. So you got what? That's like, 5-6 years of iPhones that will be supported with iOS 18. Now, to be clear, just so we are on the same page, even though iOS 18 will support 5 or 6 years of the previous iPhone, the AI stuff that we talking about, the Apple Intelligence stuff, that stuff will only work and be supported on the iPhone 15 Pro series, Pro and Pro Max, and the 16 and 16 Pro Max come later this year. Anything older than an iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max will not support Apple Intelligence. So let's be aware that obviously with the new AI and the language law, the large language models that come with AI features and different things like that, you're gonna have to have hardware that can support those AI features. And older iPhones just will not. They don't have the hardware to support these new AI features, so they will not be compatible with Apple Intelligence. However, again, they will support iOS 18, the other non-AI capabilities that iOS 18 brings. Older iPhones will support. So just be aware of that. Spike Rowe, what's up, Ron? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in, my dude. Tech God said Mac and iPad with M1 and newer will also support Apple Intelligence. Oh, really? Okay, cool. I was not aware of that, but that is also good to note and important to note. So we got Mac and iPad with M1 will support Apple Intelligence as well. So, I mean, it makes sense. It's the M chip. Why wouldn't it support it? So, good to know there. So, what is going to be new in iOS 18? We just talked about the AI stuff, Apple Intelligence, all that good stuff is coming down with iOS 18. What else is going on here? We keep going. It says a revamped version of Siri. So, okay. So, maybe, answer my question from earlier. it does appear that Siri is going to get some sort of a revamp with this Apple Intelligence stuff going on. So that is legit. Unfortunately, it says at the end of this note here that many of the biggest improvements to Siri, however, aren't expected to arrive till next year, which is unfortunate. But I mean, we got to start somewhere, right? We got to start somewhere with Siri. So I mean, any area of improvement for Siri is a win in my book. Give me a second here. Let me take a drink real quick. Valiant, what's up, man? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you dropping in, my guy. All right, so as I talked about earlier, iOS 18 will also bring AI integration in Messages app that can field questions and autocomplete sentences. You got the ability to summarize incoming messages, notifications, Safari web pages, emails, etc. What else we got? They got AI features for Apple Music. Okay. It could create auto-generated playlists. Okay, that's cool. We got adding generative AI features to Xcode. All right. We got a major new feature for the Photos app, allowing users to enhance images, remove people and objects from images, and more. We got new AI features for voice memos, including automatic transcription for audio files. Okay. So again, like I said earlier, a lot of this is Apple catching up to what Google has already been doing for a while now. So it's good to see Apple finally catch up in the AI space. But again, I'm looking at Siri. I'm looking at you, Siri. I'm looking at you. Are you going to be able to rock and roll, Siri? Okay. Are you going to be able to finally compete with the Google Assistant? We'll find out. Also, this other thing that's pretty interesting: the ability to generate custom emojis using AI. That's interesting because we know that emojis are a big part of the iPhone lore and the lifestyle, especially of Gen Z. They are emoji haven, so they will definitely be looking forward to using AI to generate custom emojis. So anytime Apple makes any type of improvement with emojis, the kids are going to go buck wild. So kudos to Apple for that. That's one thing that Apple always has their post on. They have their post on the youth and what they want and need on their phones. So kudos to Apple for staying on top of that. Part of the reason why they have a stranglehold on Gen Z, at least here in the United States, because they seem to keep their post on what Gen Z wants in their iPhone. So that will continue. All right, let's see. Other stuff, like I just mentioned earlier, Apple is going to be partnering with OpenAI. So that is going to be happening with iOS 18. Also, the long-awaited RCS support is finally going to be included with iOS 18. Finally, we've been waiting for this for a while now. I thought they already turned it on early this year, but maybe I was wrong about that. But yes, RCS finally, so iPhone users and Android users can finally have better messaging features and support. We've been waiting for this for a while. Now, to be clear, as I made videos about here over the past few months, just because Apple is adopting RCS support does not mean it will be the end of the green bubble, blue bubble war, or that stuff, that functionality. Apple is going to continue to leave iMessage messages green to differentiate that, because that's their right. And of course they're going to do that. Why would they change that? But when RCS is supported for iPhones, your messaging experience with your Android friends should be more improved. You should be able to send the messages and videos in better quality than we have in the past. So that should make times easier with your Android friends and family that refuse to come to the iPhone dark side. Your communication with them should be a lot better once Apple adds support for RCS here in a few days. So kudos for Apple for that. All right. Also in iOS 18, macOS 18, iPadOS 18, and all the iOS or all the Apple OS updates, we are getting a new passwords app. So if you are familiar with 1Password or LastPass, Apple is finally adding a native app to iOS, macOS, iPadOS. Long overdue. Now, obviously, up to this point, we've been using Keychain, and Keychain is fine. But to have it all in one app, I think will help a lot of people. So Apple is definitely going to be doing that with their new passwords app, which will be down here in a few days. So there you go. All right, so we got upgrades to messages here. It says other than new AI features, Apple has a few other big changes in store for Messages app. First, iOS 18 will bring upgrades to the tap back experience instead of being restricted to the current predefined set of fixed options. Users will be able to react with any emoji they choose. Ooh, okay, we like that. It says iOS 18 will also add support for scheduling messages. I know a lot of people are excited about this. I'm not sure why you would need to schedule tasks. I take that back. If you are a business person doing business on your iPhone, I can definitely see why you would want to schedule iMessages. But if you were a person that needed that type of feature, it looks like with iOS 18, you will be able to schedule iMessages. So there you go. That's pretty cool. Also, we're supposed to be getting new customization options. I'll believe it when I see it. We have been talking about customizing the homepage on iPhone for a long time. And Apple had kind of tiptoed around it, but they haven't really opened it up fully. So apparently, Apple is going to open it up even more with iOS 18 with new customization options for the home screen. So that's going to be interesting for Apple customers, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will put that to good use. That's definitely a feature that people have been clamoring for a while. So kudos to that. Kudos to Apple for doing that. What else we got? Apple Maps upgrade. Let's see. Apple Maps is expected to introduce a new custom route creation feature with iOS 18. In addition, this year will allow iPhone users to design their own specific route for a trip instead of depending on the suggested route from Apple. So you can actually craft your own route, I guess, with this upgrade. I mean, okay. Usually when I put an address into Apple Maps, I just want the fastest route. I'm not trying to craft my own route. I want the fastest route there, okay? So that's how I use that. But hey, if you want to create your own route, I guess that could be a helpful feature. This is good if you really want to avoid traffic, or if there's an accident out there that you want to avoid. That custom route feature will help you go around accidents and maybe get to your destination in a speedier manner, avoiding obstacles like traffic accidents and different things like that. So hey, more power to them. Also, the other thing that they've been talking about that we may get with iOS 18 is the settings app revamp. I don't know what this means. Apparently, they're going to make a new settings app that will have a revamped interface and improved organization. I guess. I mean, my biggest problem with the iPhone settings app is that everything is put in that app. I like the way Android does this better. If you want to adjust the settings of an app, you have to do it inside of that particular app on Android. So if I want to adjust the settings of Twitter on Android, I have to go to the Twitter app. I have to go to the Twitter app to do that. Now, some of that stuff is on iPhone app, depending on how the app developer configures their application. But by and large, if you want to mess with a particular app settings on iPhone, you have to go into the iPhone settings app, which to me is very cumbersome and unintuitive, and I can't believe it lasted this long. How in the hell have we lasted almost 2 decades of Apple not fixing the settings app and doing it differently? I don't know. But they're not really changing that per se. But we are getting a new settings app, so we'll give them a golf clap. We'll give them a slow golf clap for that. The slow golf clap. We're also getting a control center redesign. Now, I don't really have problems with the current control center, but I guess if you can make it better, I can't really complain about that. So we're getting that. The new design will feature an updated music widget and enhanced HomeKit integration. Okay. It will also reportedly be able to be split across multiple pages. Now, why the hell would I want my control center to be split across multiple pages? I mean, unless you just want to cram a bunch of settings in there, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Samsung kind of has something like that going on in their notification shade. So I guess it's something similar to that. I don't know, but I try to keep things simple, limit things to one page for easy to access. But hey, I guess the more customization, the better, right? All right, so also something that have been separate for the longest time is now coming together. And I don't understand how we've gone this long with it existing the way that it has existed. But the Reminders app is going to be fused with the Calendar app. How the hell have we gone this long without this being a thing? I don't know. But it makes too much sense to put the Reminders inside of the Calendar app. It just makes more sense this way. I'm glad this is coming with iOS 18. Like, what the hell, man? Also, the Health app will include new blood pressure data management features. Okay, we like that. Also, The calculator app will get more powerful, and Apple is finally going to bring it to iPad. Oh my God, another golf clap. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But when I read some of this stuff, it's like, it just reads like Apple is in third grade where the rest of the world is in high school, fam. Like Apple is finally trying to graduate to high school. They just do it at the slowest pace, fam. Like, damn, the rest of the world is in high school already, and Apple is still in the third grade trying to upgrade some of the stuff, and they're finally graduating. They're finally moving along. Welcome to the 21st century, people at the spaceship in Cupertino. Glad to have you here. Okay, glad to have you here. Like, damn, what's going on? Also, Bloomberg reports that iOS 18 and macOS 15 will include new wallpaper packs that harken back to old school icons, slogans, and artwork. So if you are a fan of new wallpapers, you will have that. So that is some of the stuff that is coming to iOS 18. Again, a lot of it is going to be headlined by AI upgrades with Apple Intelligence. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm just glad that Apple is adding this stuff to iOS and macOS and iPadOS and whatever. Long overdue, man. Long overdue. Love it. I'm trying to see if there's any information out there about iPadOS 18 and what's coming to iPad, but I can't really find that much stuff on iPad. I can't really find much on anything besides iOS. But if I do find other stuff about iPad and watchOS and stuff like that, I will definitely let you guys in on that. Also, apparently with iOS 18, AirPod Pro 2 can gain a hearing aid mode. So be aware of that. That should be pretty cool for people that have hard hearing. The AirPods will be able to assist you with that. Another health feature that Apple continues to add to their product. I mean, it's not something that will be talked about a lot, but it will benefit a great number of people. So again, it's to go back to Apple just knowing what their customers need before they even know they need it, man. So, Barry, you know, basically, Barry, I've heard you and Edie talk about this stuff like a lot over there on Wired Wednesdays about how Apple be catching up and they be slow and they finally catching up on some things. Like I've heard the chatter, man. I be out there, yo. I be out there. P. Martin said, in other words, iPhone 15 Pro Max will not really be sufficient to get all the AI. No. iPhone 15 Pro Max will get all the AI features. The iPhone 15 Pro Max will get them all. Anything older than that will not get them. So if you have an iPhone 14 Pro Max or 14 Pro, it will not get all the AI features. But if you have an iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max, you will get access to all the AI features that come with Apple Intelligence. So you are good to go. No worries there. Let's see. Home wrapper repair. Is it Friday? It's been a long week. Yes, sir. It is Friday, which is why Vyyyper is live. Probably I need to go live more often here, but yeah, it's Friday. We are live. We are in the building. Michael Pepper Tech is in the building with us. Michael says, I hope if the keychain password becomes a separate app, I can still use Siri to get to the passwords. I ask Siri for certain passwords all the time. Something that benefits Siri over Google Assistant. Well, I mean, we would hope that with these updates to Siri that she doesn't get dumber. So if that's something that you were able to do, hopefully you will be able to continue to do that moving forward. And Apple doesn't make you take a step back, and that would just be cray. P. Mike says, the thing is, Apple will wait until September to tell us the exclusive iPhone 16 Pro AI features. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're not going to give away all the stuff. But a lot of the stuff you will find out about on Monday for sure. In other news, some of y'all, I think one of you all, Jeremy had addressed it earlier. He was talking about it earlier. I am still on the job hunt, however, so still trying to hang on for dear life for our financing goals. So if you guys are willing and able, you can super chat. If not, you can also PayPal me. The link is pinned to the top of the chat here. Can I highlight this? Does it highlight? Oh, it does highlight. Cool. So that link is at the top of the chat. So y'all need to click on it, and that will allow you to PayPal me. Again, you're not required. It's only if you're willing or able. I would rather you PayPal me than super chat me because, again, as I told you guys before, when you super chat somebody on YouTube, YouTube takes a 30% cut, and that's just lame. I mean, it's not lame, but it's a chunk. So if you PayPal me, if you're able, I get pretty much most of the money, and we're good to go, and it's better. And I get it sooner, too. I don't have to wait like a whole month to get the money. Because that's the other thing with super chats. Usually it takes like a few weeks before you get access to that money. Whereas if you PayPal me, I get it pretty much immediately. So Do with that information what you will. You're not required, but anything that you guys can use to support, greatly appreciate it. To be 100% honest with you guys, I'm probably will start live streaming more, trying to raise money so I can like stay out of like complete utter debt. So if you see me live streaming more in the coming days and weeks ahead, that is probably why, as I continue to find look for a job, I'll probably be increasing my live streaming to try to raise money to pay bills and things like that. So you might see Vyyyper on here more often to do that. But again, you're not required to donate. Only donate if you can. Either you want a super chat, you want a PayPal, whatever you guys can do. Greatly appreciate it. What else is going on here? Let's see. What else happened? Let me. I'm still trying to see what else is going on here. All right. Okay. So, all right. Actually, let me go back to the window here because we got things going on here. I see something. Let me go through this with you guys real quick. Put back on the circular cam. All right. So moving on to macOS 15. So according to Mac rumors, macOS 15 will get many of the same AI features that are coming to iOS 18, given the feature parity that Apple introduces across its devices. The new additions like Messages, Mail, Photos, Notes, Calendar, Calculator, and Apple Music will all be introduced on the Mac, and the Siri features will be in macOS 15 eventually as well. We've heard a limited amount about Mac-specific features, but the calculator is expected to get an overhaul inspired by the iPhone calendar app with rounded buttons and an enhanced unit conversion system. So basically not much new coming to macOS besides what we already know coming to iPhone. I think this WWDC is going to be more about the AI stuff, and the AI stuff is going to be across all the OSs. It's not going to be OS specific. It's going to be felt across iPhone, iPad, MacBook, HomeKit, Apple TV. So I think Apple is just really focusing on making sure that these AI features work all across the board. So you're not going to get too many OS-specific features this time around, I don't think. I mean, you'll get some, of course, but I think their focus here with this WWDC and this particular update is to get into the AI game and make sure that the AI stuff is rocking and rolling all across the board. So that's probably why we haven't heard much about any OS-specific features per se, because it's all about Apple Intelligence and them are ramping that up. Yo, what's up, Eric? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you being here, my guy. Tech preacher extraordinaire. Michael Pepper says, I suspect the features will be similar to when Siri became on device. It will go to the last couple of generations, but Siri will still function the same on older devices, just require server and slower for those things. Yeah, like I said, if you have an iPhone 15 Pro Max or Pro, you'll be good to go with the new Apple Intelligence stuff. If you have an older iPhone, probably not. So there is, that is what that is. Let me go ahead and hit this DM that I got. What's going on here? Oh, I got her. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, all right. Let me go do that. All right, cool. Got that going on. All right. So, I just changed that, didn't I? I forgot y'all can see that. Oh well, who cares? Okay, so going down to watchOS 11, because obviously Apple Watch, you gotta get some love too. The improvements that Apple plans to make on Siri on iPhone will also trickle down to the Apple Watch. So pretty much what I just said. The big thing with Apple this time around with WWDC is making and bringing all these AI features, or as many as they can, across all their different devices. So the Apple Watch is expected to get a version of Siri that is optimized for on-the-go tasks, resulting in a personal assistant that is able to do more from the wrist. Makes sense, obviously, with the Apple Watch being the type of device that it is. The Siri interface will uniquely format responses depending on the type of query, according to Bloomberg Mark Gurman. I call Mark Bloomberg. Vyyyper, calm down, yo. Calm down, Vyyyper. According to Bloomberg Mark Gurman, yes, more AI stuff, more Siri interface stuff for watchOS 11. And then we go down to tvOS 18. AI 3 features will be cross-platform. Like I feel like a broken record at this point. But basically, if it's AI and it's a newer OS for Apple this year, they're gonna get some type of AI improvement. So tvOS 18 gonna get some more of these Siri AI features as well. But you can expect some new Siri functionality on Apple TV. Don't know exactly what that means in particular, but you know it's coming. All right, anything else going on? The heartbreaker right here. I just made this video on the main channel, but unfortunately for us Vision Pro owners, we're not going to get very much in the way of upgrade for Vision OS 2.0. Basically, what Apple is going to do is they're going to make more. They're going to make more of their app support. They're going to add more of their apps natively to Vision OS. So right now, there's a few apps on Vision Pro that you can use, but they're basically the iPad app. They don't have like the native app for Vision Pro. But with Vision OS 2.0, more of Apple's stock apps are going to be built from the ground up for the Apple Vision Pro, and that will be introduced in Vision OS 2.0, along with some other features and different things like that. So as a Vision Pro owner, it's kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of disappointing, but this is where we are. Shout out to my man Barry Johnson for the $50 donation, man. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you, Barry. Love you, man. I appreciate you, my dude. So thanks for the support, my guy. You are the man, bro. You are the man. All right, let me go back to the chat here. Michael Pepper says, I just hope Apple doesn't do a bunch of server required photo stuff like Google does. I should be able to take photos and edit regardless if I have a connection or not. You would hope, though. I mean, they preach privacy so much. It would be kind of hypocritical if they preach privacy 1 minute and they require you to send your information out to the cloud the next minute. I mean, I don't know, man, but we'll see. Nobody has been able to really do that on device yet, so maybe Apple will be the first. I don't know, but we'll see. Tech for needs that people are banking on certain things. I told them to take it with a grain of salt until announced from Apple. I mean, that's advice for all of us, man. Everything that I'm talking about today is speculation, conjecture, but nothing is guaranteed until Tim Cook goes out there on stage and says, yo, this is what we're doing. This is what you can expect with iPhone, iPad, Mac, tvOS, Apple watchOS, or whatever. So it's all rumor and conjecture. But what I will tell you, Tech for your needs, is that when the rumors are this close to the actual event, we are literally 3 days away from WWDC. When the rumors are this close, they tend to be more accurate. So everything that I'm reporting today, or everything that I'm reading from today, I'm not reporting it, Mark Gurman reported, but everything that Mark Gurman is reporting today or whatever, or have been reported over the past week, probably pretty much set in stone at this point. It's probably going to happen because, again, it's a little too late. It's a little too late in the game to change up what they're going to present at WWDC. It is what it is at the point. It's basically set in stone. We're going to get what we're going to get. So the rumors that happen closer to the event are rumors that you can pretty much take to the bank because we're in prime time. It's game time now. They can't change anything. Trenton says, I'm just waiting for Apple to have their event. Not going to get worked up about possibilities or rumors. And this man, is that an iPad in his hand or a MacBook? I think it's a MacBook in his hand. But Trenton, we got the Trenton MacBook picture, profile picture. Look at him looking all cheesy in the profile picture. What's no Trenton? How you doing, man? Good to see you out here. P. Mike says, I have a big feeling that this event will be bigger than iOS 7 event. I'm really excited. It almost has to be, man. It almost has to be because, again, Apple is so far behind on AI that they really need to like just crush it at WWDC this year. Like, this is the year that we're expecting them to finally get into the AI game and compete with the Googles and Amazons and Microsofts of the world, because up until this point, they just haven't. They haven't, and they're looking foolish. Siri looks old, antiquated, stupid. She's a punchline at this point. She is a literal punchline. Apple has to do something to update their AI offering. Otherwise, they're going to get left behind like BlackBerry. So this is not a choice for Apple. This is a must do. They must get into the AI game and get in there with a fourth. And it sounds like from everything that we are talking about that they are prepared to do that, just that. So kudos to Apple. Took you long enough. Again, welcome to the 21st century. All right, so that's pretty much all the stuff that we know about WWDC. If you guys have any thoughts, questions, comments, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm going to turn this thing off. There we go. Gwendolyn said, Trent got that M3 MacBook Pro from the pawn shop. Hey, I want to know how Trent pawns, my guy. Oh, that's my guy. I want to know how Trent pawns, Gwendolyn. I want to know. I need to learn from Trenton. That dude goes to the pawn shop and he finds the best deal. Somebody let me know how to Trent do that. How do you do it, my guy? How do you do it, man? I mean, damn. Do you have like a special pawn shop? Do you have like a pawn shop that's secretly run by Apple? Maybe that's what it is. He has a pawn shop near his house that is secretly ran by Apple. because I can't explain it any other way. I can't explain it. It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. That man has to have a pawn shop thickly ran by Tim Cook or somebody up in there, because it makes no type of sense. But I'm here for it. I mean, if you can get if you can get those type of deals at a pawn shop, more power to you, my dude. More power to you. It's rare. It is rare hair. It's rare, like Mr. Clean with hair. Woo, okay. We go back up here. Gwendolyn said I need to learn from Trent too. He should teach a class. He should. Trent should teach a class. Absolutely. Michael Pepper says, I suspect we are looking at a long event, but at the same time, they tend to cover the main changes that are important to most people, and the other 200 things are in the note. Oh yeah, we never get everything at the keynote. We don't have that type of time. Excuse me. We do not have that type of time. But I do feel like it is going to be a big event, Michael. Again, there's a lot that Apple has to go over, or there's a lot they need to go over, and a lot that we still need to understand about how these things are going to happen on the device, off the device, what exactly is going to take place, how they're going to implement it into the app that they already have out there. Are they going to be introducing any new app that take advantage of these AI features? So a lot of stuff that Apple has to go over and talk about and cover with us. And we're going to find out here shortly in 3 days' time at WWDC. But if you guys have any questions, comments about it, feel free to put them in the chat. We can have a chit chat. We can talk about it, and we can rock out. We can do this real quick. Come on. All right. Yeah, all right. Got that. But yeah, that is what is going on here at WWDC. Uh-oh, here we go, y'all. Trenton says, step 1, find pawn shop that have Apple products. Step 2, find out what's been sitting the longest. The longer it sits, the better deal you can get. Step 3, inspect the top to bottom. Okay, here's my question to you. How do you know how long it's been sitting? They're not going to be honest about that. Like, they're not going to tell you how long something's been sitting because to your point, if you know it's been sitting for longer, that gives you as the customer leverage. The pawn shop is not in the business of giving us leverage. Trust me, I know. So how the hell do you know how long something's been sitting? That's what I want to know. Because that's leverage that you could use for the pawn brokers, but they're not giving that information away freely. They're not giving that stuff out, bro. That's like gold. They're not giving out that information. So how do you know how long it's been there at the pawn shop? I mean, the only way that you would know how long something has been at the pawn shop is if you consistently go to that pawn shop week after week and it's still sitting there. If you go like week after week and you see something still sitting there, then obviously you know what's going on. But if you're just walking in, you're not going to know how long something's been sitting there. Get it? There it is. He goes every week and take notes. Bro, that is genius, my guy. That is genius. My man said he goes there and he takes his notes. So if something's been sitting there a month, it's not going anywhere. Yeah, that's pretty much. And the other thing, here's the thing about that, Trenton. They don't like sitting on that stuff. Pawn brokers want to move things as quickly as possible. They do not like sitting on items because if they're sitting on it, it's costing them money. And they're not making money on it. If they're not making money on it, then it's just it's not good for them. So that's why you can get a better deal on things that sit for a while because they don't want to sit on that stuff. They want to get rid of it. Pretty much as soon as they can get rid of it, they want it gone. Because if they're sitting on it, they're not making money on it. So, that's what's up. P. Mike said, not going to lie, these new iPad Pros are fire. I apologize for these random comments. No, I have an M4 iPad Pro myself. It's legit. It's cool. But again, I want to know what the hell can it do that my M2 couldn't do? Right now, nothing. But maybe with these new AI features, I can maybe look at my iPad differently after Monday. Now, will that be for a fact? Who the hell knows? I don't know. Especially since somebody in here said earlier that even the older iPads will get some of these AI or most of these AI features. So it sounds like, once again, the newer iPads are not going to have any tangible benefits over their older counterparts, if that's true. So who the hell knows? I don't know. Let's see. Trent said, I got the pawn shop. I get to the pawn shop once a week on Friday and I look around. Okay. My man said he's pawning once a week. He's taking notes. He's writing it down and he knows what they own. He knows what they're up to. People said that it's not that I'm coming for the 2015 iPad Pro. I really see the difference. It's not that. I'm coming from the 2015 iPad Pro, so I really see the difference. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. If you're coming from a 2015 to a 2024, hell yeah, you'll see a difference. Absolutely, you'll see a difference. My God, that's like a brave new world for you, man. That's a brave new world. So that makes sense. Gwendolyn says, I'm thinking they will go back to the 2021 M1 iPad Pro for the AI features. Probably. I mean, that doesn't say bet. That's the same thing somebody said earlier, that the M iPad will be supported for the AI stuff. And if you don't have an M iPad, then you're probably not going to get the AI stuff. So that makes sense. Michael says, also watch other people going in to see if they full on sold to the shop or pawned and hope to buy it back, because that affects how much the shop gave them and is looking to recover. Yeah, definitely different if people are looking to buy their stuff back as well. So definitely got to be aware of that. Again, if you guys have any other questions or comments, feel free to dump them in the chat. Again, if you want to donate to your boy Vyyyper, the super chats are open. If you want the PayPal link, it is pinned to the top of the live chat. So feel free to hit that up if you have access to PayPal and are willing and able. Again, you guys don't have to, but the link is at the top of the chat. So feel free to do that and do with it what you will. What else going on? Let me go back here to the Twitter, see what's going on Twitter. Oh, okay. Hold on, before I go into that, let's see. Anything else going on? So no, nothing going on. Hold on. Oh, actually, Trent says, let me read the trending comment. He said, also, some pawn shops are willing to make a deal closer to the end of the month. If it's a pawn shop chain, sometimes they compete against each other for sale. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. They want to reach that end of month quota. So definitely makes a lot of sense. So right now, Summer Game Fest is going on for my video gamers in the chat. We got Summer Game Fest going on. But you know, I ran into some gaming drama here on Twitter yesterday, and it just kind of makes me shake my head. Apparently, there were two creators in the gaming space that kind of got together at a convention recently. I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago. I'm not sure, but they got together at a convention, and one had made comments about the other one in the video, and the other one asked that guy to leave him out of his videos. So this was like a year or so ago. So fast forward to yesterday, and what happened? They got into a little dust up on Twitter, and because of the dust up, the one guy went and made a whole video about the other guy lying about him. And I'm just like, I'm shaking my head like, bro, what are we doing? Like, we got to stop this creator making videos about creator stuff for beef and clout and clickbait. It's so stupid. My question is, as a content creator, do you think about your audience when you go out of your way to make a video about another creator, right? What value does your audience gain from you doing that? Unless you're a drama channel or a commentary channel and that's your thing, then that's different. But if you are a person that normally just gives gaming news, but you go out of your way to make a drama video, what are you doing? Like, why? And we talked about this morning in Coffee Talk. And when we talked about it this morning, there are people that are saying that like they do it because they get more views on the drama videos than they get on their regular content. And I can believe it, even though it's sad and it's unfortunate. But unfortunately, the way that the internet awards negativity and just dumb shit, that's the rub. But it's just so unfortunate, man. Like, I didn't say it before and I'll say it again. When you reduce yourself to making another video about another creator, trying to like clown them or do some stupid stuff like that, you are setting yourself up for failure, yo. It's not something that can be sustained. It's not healthy. It's toxic AF, and it shows that you can't be trusted by other creators. And it's not a good look. I don't know why creators continue to put themselves in this position. Like, stop making videos about other content creators. It's not going to help you. I mean, you might get that brief high from making it, and you might feel all big and bad for the moment, but it's only going to hurt you in the long run, and you're going to mess up some chances that you might have at an opportunity, or maybe your brand's looking at that like, yo, we don't want to work with him because he's making that type of content. Like, you never know, man. It's just not worth the risk. So I said it before, and I'll say it again. Y'all stop making content bashing other creators, man. Like, handle it in private or just ignore that person and go on with your life. It's not worth the drama. It's not worth the headache. and you look kind of foolish when you do that stuff in public. So just quit that stuff. Michael says, do you think we'll see any major functionality brought to iOS since we have USB Type-C now, i.e. unique UI like Stage Manager type of feature? Oh, no, absolutely not. This is the same conversation that we're having right now about the iPad needing to be more like Mac OS. Apple is not doing it. They're not interested. When Apple, they have their product categories, right? So they got iPhone, they have iPad, they Mac. They try hard as hell to keep those product categories siloed to what their intended purposes are. Somebody also said, I think recently, that they would like to see split screen on iPhone. I don't think Apple will ever add support for split screen on iPhone. Now, obviously, they did add it to iPad, so you can do split apps on iPad, but you can't do it on iPhone. I don't think you'll ever be able to do it on iPhone. Apple just does not do that stuff. They see the iPad as meant for iPad-like things. The MacBook is meant for MacBook-like things, and the iPhone is meant for iPhone-type things. And Apple is hell-bent on keeping those products in their own categories. They rarely, if ever, do any crossover type stuff with those products. So, to your question, Michael, no, I don't see it. It just goes against what Apple believes in and how their products are supposed to serve their customers. I don't think Apple sees the iPhone serving any like iPad capabilities. I just don't see it. I'm glad we got picture-in-picture. Barely. We barely got that. And y'all know how I reacted when we got picture-in-picture. I was like happy as a kid in the candy store. But we had to scream high heaven to get the fucking picture-in-picture. We had to scream high heaven to get the picture-in-picture, yo. Got me out here cursing. We had to scream to get the picture-in-picture, man. So, no, I don't see it happening. Now, I would love to be wrong, though. I would definitely love to be wrong. I just don't see it happening. So, Michael said, what continuity features do you think are missing that they could add to the ecosystem? Continuity features. Continuity features. I mean, you got universal control on MacBook. I don't really use that much, but you got the universal control. You got continuity across devices. I mean, the one thing that I do now that I love is that because of iCloud and whatnot, when I make a note on my iPhone, I can automatically look it up on my iPad, my Vision Pro, or my MacBook. So that's cool. I like that. But as far as what Apple can add, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure what they can do that they're not already doing. Everything, like a lot of the devices that are meant to work across device already do, like AirPods, right? My AirPods work on my iPhone, my iPad, my Vision Pro, my MacBook. So Apple pretty much has continuity down to a lock. I'm not missing anything continuity wise that I would need. Now that's actually funny that you mentioned that the clipboard stuff. Now a clipboard would be cool. That could be useful. So that would be cool. But other than that, I don't know what else that Apple could add continuity wise that I can't already do. If anybody else has any suggestions, feel free to put them in the chat. But I don't know. Trent says I use the iPad as a tablet computer. That's what it's best at. Hey, more power to you. I mean, that's the cool thing about Apple and their devices. You use it as it fits into your workflow, your lifestyle, and you use it as you best see fit. I basically use mine as a media consumption device, more or less. I'm watching YouTube and Apple TV content on it, basically. Oh, and I use it as an external monitor when I record videos. That's pretty much what I use my iPad for, and that's about it. But I do appreciate the M4. Also, speaking of iPad and M4, right? So, for those of y'all who are not familiar, Assassin's Creed Mirage is now available on iPhone and iPad. So I downloaded this game yesterday, and I tried to play it on my M4 iPad Pro. So, unless I'm dumb and I'm not understanding how Apple chipsets work, the M4 that's currently in the iPad Pro is currently the most powerful chip that Apple offers in any device right now today, including all of their Mac lineup. There's no more powerful of a chip that exists in Apple products today than the M4 that I have in my iPad Pro. But bruh, I went to play Assassin's Creed and I had frame rate drops. The game crashed on me once. I had stutters, rate drops. It was a mess. Now, I don't know if that was just a bad port of the game or is that a limitation of the M4? I don't know, man. But yes, that stuff does happen on console sometimes, but it was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know, fam. I don't know. So I don't know, man. Playing Assassin's Creed Mirage on the M4 iPad Pro was not it for me. Other people had a better experience. I think Snazzy said he had a decent experience. It's not something I want to keep doing. I think they allow you to play for like free for 90 minutes, and you got to pay like $25 for the whole game. Vyyyper will not be buying the whole game. No, thank you. I'm not paying for stutters and frame rate drops and crashes. Not happening. But yeah. My bad, 504, my bad. that was a slip. That was a Freudian slip, as they say. But yeah, man. Okay, so the Trenton says that the M2 Ultra is more powerful. Okay. Either way, man, the M4 is supposed to be up there, right? But that game running on that iPad was not the move. It was not it for me. It was kind of trash. So I don't know. And Valiant says, why can't we just let the iPad be a great iPad and let the Mac be a great Mac? I mean, I don't know. I feel like there are some things from Mac that I wish Apple would adopt into iPad. Key among them being a better file system. The Files app is kind of trash. And if you want to market the iPad as a computer replacement, having a better file system would be the least thing that you could do, Apple. I mean, really, a file system, a better file system on iPad. Why can we not have that, Apple? Why? So just little things like that I would like for the iPad to improve upon. But as far as it being like a Mac, I mean, the iPad is great at what it does. Although, again, when we talk about apps like Final Cut Pro and other pro-level apps, that stuff is not happening on iPad. I mean, it probably could happen on iPad if developers wanted it to, but if I needed to get real work done, I'm using my Mac, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I mean, would it be cool to be able to use the iPad to do that stuff? Sure. But I'm cool with using my Mac to do my work stuff and edit my videos and all that jazz. Because even though Final Cut Pro is available on iPad Pro, I can't use my plugins on Final Cut Pro for iPad. I can only use my plugins with the Mac. So again, if I want to get real work done, I'm using my M3 MacBook Pro. The iPad can sit there and watch. Okay. It is what it is. All right, let me catch up with the chat here. Michael Pepper said a battery life hub will be neat. See all my devices battery charge on my Mac or iPad and the widget on an iPad. They already have access to battery life info in Find My, so just integrate that. Now, isn't that already there? Because I know that they have that widget on iPhone, and I think they have that widget on iPad too. So I'm kind of confused. Maybe I'm missing something with this comment, but I think that widget already exists. Like that widget is there on the iPad and on iPhone. So that battery widget is there. Unless I'm missing something. Okay, here Trent saying the M2 Ultra is more powerful. Okay, cool. We like that. 504 says I definitely share a lot of your concerns. Oh, I think I'll probably share a lot of your concerns if the iPad Air Gen 4 wasn't on my only Apple product. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. If you only have one Apple product, then a lot of the stuff that we talk about doesn't really apply. But I understand that. I got you. 504 is like, he's marked safe from Apple. If you only got one Apple product, just mark yourself safe from Apple. He's safe from the Apple ecosystem, y'all. He got one Apple product. We can mark him safe from the Apple ecosystem. Woo! That man is safe. Michael Pepper said, at least bring drive formatting to iPhone and iPad. Ah, man, that would be interesting. Drive formatting. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if Apple sees those devices at that type of computer or whatever, but I mean, you can dream, man. You can dream, Michael. You can dream. Trent says the iPad Pro is an alternative device to a MacBook, but laptop replacement just sounds better. Yeah, it is not a laptop replacement. It is, to your point, Trent, it is definitely an alternative, but it is not a laptop replacement by any means. I'm sorry. It's just not. It is not. Tech Finita, I don't own a MacBook. I use Windows for now. I mean, most of the world use Windows. I mean, obviously, again, since y'all follow me, a lot of y'all use Apple products because I make Apple content. So it's natural that most of the people that follow me are Apple owners because I make Apple content. But make no mistake, most of the people in the world still use Windows. I mean, Windows is still the most dominant OS in the world. So the fact that you don't own an Apple MacBook is not that surprising to me because most of the world still using Windows. Now Mac OS's market share is increasing, which is cool for Apple, but it's still nowhere near what Windows has on the marketplace. Like Windows makes up over 60% of the market share in OS. So it used to be like 90, but I think that's kind of gone down over the year. But they're over 60% of the market share in operating systems for computers. So it is a Windows world. Apple's living in it. It can. And listen, when I need to get real work done, the iPad can sit and watch the MacBook do the real work, okay? It's like varsity and JV. When I need to get that video edited, when I need to input those plugins, fam, the MacBook Pro is varsity and the iPad is JV. It sits on the bench. It can watch the MacBook Pro perform because it's not good enough yet, okay? At least the iPad's not getting cut from his varsity team, okay? Other athletes haven't been so lucky. They got cut from their team. But the iPad just has to sit the bench and learn from its mistake. Go stand in the corner and think about what you did, iPad, okay? Stand in the corner and think about what you did because you are not to the level of a MacBook when I need to get real work done. When I need to get that real work done, I'm going to my MacBook 10 out of 10 times. It just is what it is. But again, the iPad is a great device for what it is, but what it's not, it is not a MacBook. And a lot of y'all keep saying it's not supposed to be. Well, fine. Apple stopped marketing it as a MacBook replacement then, because it's not. It's Apple's fault, because Apple kind of marketed it as a computer replacement. It is not a computer replacement, or it's not a laptop replacement. It's not. At least not to me anyway. Could it be to somebody? Maybe. But is it to Vyyyper and other creators like Vyyyper? No, not at all. Tech Free says, iPad is my favorite device of all time. I love mine. Hey, I'm pretty sure you're not the only person that loves the iPad. The iPad has a good market. I mean, the iPad, I think it's like 6% of Apple product revenue. So the iPad has its own audience and crowd. I mean, hell, the iPad has been around since 2010. That means the iPad has been around for 14 years. So clearly Apple has they've done something right with the iPad if it's been around for 14 years. So it's been 14 years. It's been getting better and better each and every year. But my big issue with iPad, and a lot of us creators' big issue with iPad, is not the hardware. It is the software and how limiting it is compared to using a MacBook. So I don't think Apple is ever going to bridge that gap. It's just not something that they seem to want to do, and that's cool. But until they do that, the iPad will always just be an iPad. Trenton said, marketing makes the world go round. Ah, yes it does, Trenton. Yes, it does. He said you could be a trash man or a sanitation engineer. Bro, I'm putting that on a Twitter quote. I gotta put that on the Twitter. Can I copy and paste that? I gotta copy and paste that. I want to be copy and paste that. Can I copy? Nope. I'm about to type it out. All right. I gotta put that on a Twitter quote. I gotta put that on Twitter, yo. This man said you could be a trash man or a sanitation engineer. Oh, never change, Trenton. Never change, man. Let me quote this up on Twitter real quick. That is funny, man. That's a funny man right there. Oh my god. This dude is funny, haha, funny. Oh man. Oh Lord. Wow. I mean, wow. Just wow. I got nothing, yo. I got nothing, bro. I got nothing. Oh, too funny. All right, got that. Moving on. Tech Fleet says Christopher Lawley runs his entire channel on iPad for years. Yes, he has. Even he had to switch to Mac at some point, though. I remember him talking about this. At one point, he did have to switch to Mac because he was getting tired of iPad and its limitations. So he switched to Mac for a while. So even Christopher Lawley got tired of iPad. All right, Michael Pepper says a way to get to apps without having to go to the home screen on an iPhone. We have the dock on iPad and Mac. They could bring a partial swipe up the gesture to bring up the app library. Ooh, I like that. Or have a way to have like I think the iPhone. Hold on, the iPhone has a dock, but it's only like 4 apps, right? I think it's like 4 apps. Yeah, so the iPhone has the 4 app dock. But yeah, like bringing up another dock or another something like that would be cool. Um, but yeah. Or I mean, and you can kind of do this on the iPhone. You can make a folder of apps so you can add them more on the 4 app dock, but there has to be a better way to do that. I don't know what it is, but the iPhone dock could be bigger. That would be nice. But yeah, Michael, I agree. That would be pretty cool. Or to your point, if you're in an app and doing a slow swipe up, it would be cool if you could ask them to dock on an iPhone like you do on an iPad and Mac or whatever. So having a way to get to those apps while you're in another app just by swiping up and having a dock present. I like that, Michael. I like that. That's good stuff. Marketing. Yes, marketing. Michael says, I missed the button media controls and recent app from iOS 7. Would be nice to see something similar to that come back. Button media controls and recent app from iOS 7. Yeah, I mean, a recent app thing would be good. I think I would like the dock. I think I like the dock idea that you had better, where I can do a slow swipe up and have that dock just appear so I could go into another app like I can on iPad. That would be cool. But you know, hey, one day at a time, man. One day at a time. What can you do? I think right now, as I've been talking about all night long, Apple's biggest concern and move right now is getting AI into all their operating systems and making sure that goes smoothly enough. So I think that's really what they're going to be focused on Monday. And like I told y'all, they're going to go up there on stage on Monday afternoon and they're going to tell the world that they invented AI. And I'm going to laugh my ass off because it's going to be funny. They are so far behind in the AI game. I'm going to laugh when they go up there on stage and be like, we developed Apple Intelligence. Oh my God. You know it's coming, bro. You know it's coming. I'm going to laugh, man. You're going to be like, Tim Cook will be like, let me introduce to you Apple Intelligence. I'm like, bro, you mean AI, right? AI, right, yep, right. 504, right. AI just got real, right? AI just got real, exactly. AI just got real. Oh, God. Oh, man. Bro. Oh, man. Oh, God, it's great. That's great. Oh, that's lovely. All right, Michael Pepper says, swipe from the bottom right corner and bring in a panel like Samsung has. Yes. I would love that. Why can that not be on iPhone? That, especially for the bigger iPhone, like the iPhone 15 Pro Max. For the bigger iPhones, I think something like that would definitely be beneficial. Again, I don't know why Apple hasn't really thought about it. I think Apple kind of failed at utilizing the larger screen iPhones. They've never really developed with those larger screens in mind. Reachability is an absolute joke. It's silly and cumbersome. I don't know. It's whatever. But who knows? Tech we need to Google Gemini is powerful. Let's see what Apple brings. Oh, we're gonna see it, man. We are going to see it very, very quickly. And Doodle's in the building. Does AI got real in 2019 on Samsung S10 ceramic? What? I mean, okay, if you say so. Oh man. Samsung and their Galaxy AI. I mean, they kind of brought it in there half baked this year with the S24 Ultra, but they'll be making improvements on their AI offering. I'm imagining, so it should be good, man. It should be good. Trent said Apple should make a commercial with Allen Iverson using Apple Intelligence. Yo, that's marketing. That would be brilliant marketing by Apple. I don't think they'll do it, but that'd be kind of cool if they did do it though. That would be brilliant marketing on their part. That would be legit, man. That would be legit. Woo! All right. Any last thoughts, comments before we land the plane? Excuse me. Feel free to put them in the chat. Michael Pepper is saying that I think AI is an overused term. We see it being used for things that aren't really AI. Apple show features rather than using terms. I suspect we won't see AI mentioned much. Oh no, Apple loves that. They won't use AI. They'll use terms like machine learning and Apple Intelligence. They won't use AI. They never do that, or they rarely do it. Again, as I told you guys earlier, If you want to support your boy financially as I'm going through my job hunting craziness, feel free. Super chats are open. If you have the ability to PayPal me, there's a link pinned at the top of the live chat that you can click on the link and PayPal me so I can get the money directly. Again, you're not required, but it's time to rough out here and I'm still looking for a job. So anything that you guys can do, greatly appreciate it. Brian Tech, what's up, Brian? How you doing, man? Good to see you, my dude. Appreciate you dropping in. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you again to Barry for the donation, man. Appreciate you, Barry. Thank you so much, my guy. But yeah, like I said, anything you guys can do to donate if you want to. Again, not required, but you want to donate, it will be very helpful to your boy. Appreciate it. And look who it is, late but still great. The Norwegian sensation Elvid A is here. What's up, bro? The Apple could use the smart D Trump in their Lord. We bury Jesus. God Lord. I don't think Apple gonna be doing that anytime soon. Like never. Like ever. Oh, actually, let me can I bring this down? Yeah. Let me hold on a second here. I'm going to bring the link down to the chat so y'all can have easier access to it if you want to donate via PayPal. So I just posted the link in the chat there so y'all don't have to go searching for it at the top. So if you do have access to PayPal and you are willing and able to donate, help your boy out, the PayPal link is right there. Greatly appreciate it if you guys can do that. Again, not required, but if you could donate anything, no matter how big or how small, greatly appreciate it as the money getting a little tight around here. So we'll see what happens moving forward. But appreciate y'all guys being here. Thank you for hanging out. I'm excited for WWDC on Monday. We'll probably be back at some point next week to talk about it. Probably be back Monday to talk about it, to be honest with y'all. Monday or Tuesday, I'll be back to highlight what we saw at WWDC. Probably make a video or 2 or 3 about it on the main channel. So definitely make sure if you're not subscribed to the main channel, go over there and check that out. All right, Michael Pepper says, what if they do a whole intro with voiceover and then reveal that the video was done with personal voice? I can see them showing off their artificial voice prowess like that. I don't know if they'll go. I don't know if they'll do the voice thing with artificial intelligence. The thing about Apple, Michael, is that even though they're going to be introducing a lot of AI, they still want to come across as human. And doing a video, even if it sounds uber human, it's not very human. It's kind of detached, and that it doesn't seem like Apple's style to me. So I can't see them doing that because it's just not human enough. I mean, you can still use AI and market AI and market it with a human effect, which I imagine Apple is going to do a lot of next week. But using voice over AI is not something that I believe Apple's going to do. I don't think that jives with how they market it up until this point. But I mean, then again, I could be wrong. I don't know. Happy Friday. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your weekend. And I will catch up with you guys sometime after WWDC. Peace.